My name's Kenneth Shaw. I've been tattooing about 12 years now. I opened up Next Wave in 2009. I didn't want to be the same as every other shop.
We do a little bit of everything here.
We're like a family environment. It's really fun when we're in here. We have the open shop, so we're all speaking with everybody. I have people from all over the United States emailing me about wanting to get like the scar cover-up tattoos. They're coming to me just because I think my experience with it and then the quality of my work. When you get your first tattoo, you're changing your appearance, so you put so much thought into it. It's an intimate experience. There hasn't been a scar that I've seen that I haven't been able to work with.
We're almost like counselors and tattooers, you know, it's amazing what people will tell you. A lot of times people will want to tell you about all the hardship and everything that went along with it.
They know they have a scar and they don't want the scar anymore. My job is to cover the scar. The most memorable client that I have is that girl. The scars all over her arm. She was like 16, 17 years old and she didn't want to show anyone. She cried just taking her jacket off. And it was just like from this really sheltered girl to a really outgoing person. I like to take their body form into the concept of the design or the idea of the design. I want it to fit the body and flow with the body and look like it's naturally placed there. It's not always like a first pass type of thing. It all depends on the person's skin, their scarring, where it's at on the body. Everyone's skin's like a little bit different. I could do the same design as someone else, but I'm going to do it better because I'm going to add multiple layers and textures into the design to make it really stand out. They're going to notice the different line weights. My blending is smooth.
I always mix like a weird colors that they're not meant to like be together, and I make it work.
When you see the scar, you see pain. When you see an image, you're like, that's badass. I want to take away the power the scar has over them, the burden, the emotional stress and damage, and breathe new life into them by covering it with a nice, beautiful tattoo. So now people are going to see an image and not a scar. It gives them a whole new outlook on themselves, and that's what I want to do with people. I tattooed this crazy Vietnam vet. He got bit by a snake and we did a panther on him because his story was he was in the jungle and he's like, all I heard was panthers and see these green ass eyes, and he had the craziest stories.
When they have the scar by itself, they don't like to talk about it. But when they have a cover up, they even talk about the scar. They're like, I used to have a scar there, and they're kind of feel happy to talk about it.
When you're covering the scar, you see an instant change in them. Within those couple hours, they're a completely different person.
It's a lot of hard work, but it's definitely rewarding.
When we're done with this, you won't recognize these at all.